He daydreamed of becoming an accomplished monk of the Shield Mage Order, assigned to a big town like Oasis, where one's own worst stink was carried far away as if by magic. Maybe that's a magic I could master, he thought ruefully. What'd the innkeeper call it? Plumbing? Oh, God. It's terrible. Hey guys, Simon, and yes, you can call me Simon if you want, or Jeff. It doesn't really matter because today is a fantastic day. Just the other day, I was debating about a return to MTG Lore on the channel, and today, I turn around and actually make a video on MTG Lore. It's amazing to be back, guys, really. Your comments in the video asking for feedback on the channel's direction were awe-inspiring and really gave me a kick in the pants, so here we are. The return of the Aether Hub. Well, sort of, and as many of you guys suggested, I'll be covering lore on loads of different games that I really enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy too. This will be a lore-centric channel, but I wanted to start it off right, with my real passion that really started this whole thing, Magic the Gathering. Of course, in that arena, we have a lot of ground to cover, you guys. Being out for a month, it feels like I'm playing catch-up, but honestly, we have to, because this community, really, no one else does it better, right? And apparently, our work here is more crucial than ever as Wizards of the Coast, of course, in all their wisdom, has put its story and lore behind a paywall. Of course, go figure. Yeah, the next installments will be segmented into books released, which you have to pay for. Each and every single one. You have to buy every single one if you want to be up to date on the story. So yes, there's going to be a paywall for the lore. But you know what? Let's go ahead and smash that down with these videos, shall we? And that leads us to our next major set, Throne of Eldraine. Breaking into the first main story arc in the post-War of the Spark and Nicol Bolas multiverse, it looks like the game will be taking us on a more simple, less spark-stealing-y adventure to a new plane called Eldraine, a storybook fantasy setting harping on cultural, historic, and folklore themes found in Western Europe, and folklore will be the key distinction for Throne of Eldraine. Through a bunch of information released, we know that cards in Throne of Eldraine will be set loosely tied to real-world fairy tales and folklore. Think Little Red Riding Hood or Hansel and Gretel, for example. A lot of those themes will be explored and reimagined. A little bit lazy creatively, if you ask me, but it's going to be interesting to see how they come up with ways to illustrate those points in the MTG multiverse. We also know that this set will feature 3 Planeswalkers, and we already know at least 2 of them, with the last one being a brand new character. So, who are the Planeswalkers we know, or at least sort of know? Well, they're newly described natives of Eldraine, the Planeswalker twins, Rowan and Will Kenrith. If you're not completely familiar with these Planeswalkers, I don't really blame you. They were first introduced in Battlebond, a supplementary set for Two-Headed Giant, but make no mistake about it, these characters were actually originally designed for Throne of Eldraine, where we finally learn more about these twin characters. Now, why do I say we sort of know these 2 are going to show up in the set? Well, that's because Rowan is confirmed by a whole bunch of artwork for the set, and Will, being the twin, is probably likely is going to be there, right? It's not 100% confirmed, but yeah, come on. You know he's going to show up in Throne of Eldraine. So while we don't have loads of information on Eldraine itself as a plane, or what the story may be going on there, we do have a small window into these starring Planeswalkers as, like I said, they did appear in the past with Battlebond. But to help me talk about these twins, I think I should pull my own twin out here for a little bit, because that's only fair, right? I mean, twins talking about twins sounds good. And I see no better way to get into the mind of twins than having my own twin on the channel. Hey Dave, why don't you come over here for a second, huh? So this is my twin brother David.
How you doing?
He's going to be helping me out on the channel, possibly, maybe actually becoming a personality himself and jumping on the back of his brother's success, as he always tends to do. So,
yeah, of course.
Today we're actually covering a story about twin Planeswalkers.
Wow, amazing.
I know, it's fantastic. The creativity out of this team is amazing. And I thought it would be fun to bring on my twin to talk about the benefits and detriments of having a twin.
As the gimmick I am.
As the gimmick you are. Yes, you are. Now, I have my little questions written down because I can't stand to remember them.
Okay.
So, first question. In your opinion, what's it like being a twin?
Let me tell you, Jeff. It's a roller coaster. An emotional roller coaster that started at birth and ended at birth.
So, you have no opinion about being a twin?
It's, fun. If fun is constantly being compared to somebody that you're distinctly different to.
Yeah, I get that a lot too.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. When you're riding high, I get compared to you, and when you're in the dumpster, people look at me and like, "Wow, you're doing not so bad as Dave."
And it's a double-edged sword, you know.
Yeah, worst of times and slightly less worse.
When I'm doing better than you, oh boy, is that a high I don't want to lose.
Oh yeah, I'm with you with that. But you know, we played Magic a lot together.
Yeah,
growing up, we haven't been playing much as of late. But
do you remember specifically that I loved Crawlworm?
I do remember you loving Crawlworm because it was a dumb monster and it was easy to play and there was no confusing text with it. You were just like, hey, play it.
Hey, I didn't know what Shroud was.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, you're an Azorius guy, right? So,
back in the day, I was a very strict control player. I really liked blue. I really liked white.
Okay.
Boy, Oblivion Ring, Cryptic Command, love them.
Okay.
But I have since kind of teetered to a more aggressive playstyle. I'm more of a Boros man now, but I still have Azorius in my heart.
Okay, that's fun. So, we've played Magic a lot. Not so much lately, but how would you describe our matches? Did you think that we got into like a sibling kind of rivalry? Do you feel like there was like more on the line than actually just the outcome of the game when we played?
I mean, personally, I wanted to beat you more than a random person. I wanted to because you know that defeat that comes home with you. You know that victory that comes home with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I might have went 3-8. But one of those 3 was against Jeff, so it wasn't a bad night.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. Like, whenever I played you, I wanted to win very badly, more than a normal person, simply because I could go home and be like, well, you know what? I can say I might be slightly better than Dave at Magic. Now, to be completely fair, you actually kicked my more often than not because you're a better player.
Yes, so I did take most of those victories.
Oh, my dog's barking.
And cut.
So, my dog just got done barking. Her name's Ava. She's cute. It's short for Avison. Yeah. I'm a fanboy. I get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so last question. What are your favorite games? What do you like to play?
So, I'm a huge retro gaming fanatic. Okay. AKA, I was, we grew up on the Super Nintendo, and that's my comfort. That's my home. I love Donkey Kong Country, the series, 1, 2, and 3. 3 being, not the greatest, but 2 being an absolute masterpiece.
And I've seen you beat Castlevania 4 about 5,000 times.
Super Castlevania 4?
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
Yeah.
Greatest music some of the greatest music in the whole SNES library.
Yeah.
But the piece de la résistance, because I'm French, is Chrono Trigger. It's the best RPG man has ever created.
Yeah, I've certainly played it. So yeah. I understand that you love the retro games.
I do.
I don't love them as much, but I love watching you and our other friends play.
Because we all have a good time.
We grew up with them. I get it. But I've been telling people that I've had this idea of bringing you onto the channel. I've had the channel for like 6 goddamn years.
Dude, you've been asking me for 6 years.
I know. And do you think you're finally ready to get on the channel?
You know what? I think I'm ready to be famous.
Fantastic. You're not going to be famous, but you'll be semi-recognized.
Hey.
Simply because you look like me. Oh, anyway, with this channel going out, doing the lore of MTG, doing the lore of a bunch of different games, what game do you think you're going to be focusing on? What are you going to be playing? What are you going to be trying to bring us a story of?
All right, so just like you, I think that's something that me and you definitely share together.
Oh, yeah,
is the love of storytelling.
Oh yeah.
So I love looking into the lore of everything I play. Chrono Trigger, fantastic story. Even the Donkey Kong Country series, as shallow of the story that is, I looked into it and I loved reading it. So, in combination with doing one-off games that I think have an interesting story, something that is worth telling to other people. I'm going to be doing a lot of probably World of Warcraft stuff with Classic coming out, you know, and
I'm pumped for it. I'm pumped for it.
World of Warcraft has an amazingly immersive world.
Yeah.
It has a lot of information that's not readily available to everybody, just like Magic the Gathering. They spent all this time building this world and these characters. And, you know, there's a lot of channels out there that concentrate on it, but I think I could add a little bit of my own personality to that,
cool.
To that field.
And you know what? I'm going to be right there with you doing it. We're going to be playing together, we're leveling together in Classic. It's going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to be
fantastic.
It's bringing it back.
And you know what? Excited to see what you bring to the channel, dude.
You know what? I'll just, I'm sure it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
I'll have fun. That's the thing.
Alright, well, I'm going to finish up with this video on Twin Planeswalkers. Let's do a quick take at the camera, look at it real quick, show them our twinness. Alright guys, this is David. He's my twin brother. You'll probably be seeing him more on the channel, but right now he's got to go so we can finish up this video.
Alright, see you.
So obviously, twins can come together and do great things as teams, and really pull off from years of cooperation to get things done. Or they can be bitter rivals, stuck in a weird sibling struggle for superiority, both of which me and Dave have great experience with. But what does that really tell us about the characters of Rowan and Will Kenrith? We can learn a lot about their relationship based on Battlebond, the set they were released in. Because this was a two-headed giant format with the partner mechanic, Rowan and Will worked really well off of one another. More than that though, the lore behind Battlebond cements these twins as true supportive siblings. Battlebond is placed on the plane of Kylem, more specifically this giant metropolis of Cloudspire City. The main attraction of this area is a gigantic raised stadium known as Valor's Reach, the site of the combat competitions that was the focal point of Battlebond. Kylem is a world in love with martial prowess and gladiatorial type fights. Valor's Reach is a stadium that holds such sports. Warriors go in and duke it out, with the winners being those who not only hit the other guy the hardest, but also do it in the most stylish way. No one really knows the reason behind Rowan and Will participating in this competition. In particular, the Duos Championship, but of course, you know, they're twins, so probably want to do something together, right? But they put on one hell of a show. They fought in a complementary style. Rowan is adept at lightning magic, creating distracting sparks and flashes, while Will is adept at ice magic, creating barriers, slippery surfaces, and frost chilling his weapon. The two fought seamlessly together, again, pulling from that deep history of understanding and their relationship. Rowan racked up the style points with her debilitating light shows, while Will used ice as more of a traditional combative magic. It made for an unstoppable duo. However, now we find the pair, or at least Rowan right now, returning to their home of Eldraine. The pale-headed twins take on a whole new challenge, whatever this new world could possibly throw at them, right? It's certainly an exciting time to learn more about these potentially interesting characters, as we just don't know much about them at all. Even if they were the sole Planeswalkers in a previous set, Battlebond didn't really breathe a lot of life into them, you know? Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about these twin Planeswalkers and your initial thoughts about the Throne of Eldraine story and its really annoying paywall. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. As always guys, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, see ya!